And I'll now introduce Dr. Dieter Steckles, our Interim Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, who will introduce our outstanding senior. Dieter?
Thank you, Skip. Each year, the University of Arizona Foundation recognizes the achievements of outstanding seniors. U of A South faculty members nominate and select the recipients of these awards. Today, we honor a student who studied at this campus. Yesterday, we honored the outstanding senior in the Cochise County programs, Brian Williams, and outstanding graduate student, Catherine Ogletree. Our outstanding senior here in Pima County is James Callery, who is graduating today with a BS degree in Commerce. Jim hails from Colorado and has been living in Tucson since 2001. Jim Callery is a sales manager and top agent at Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage in Tucson. He graduated from Pima Community College with an Associate of Business degree and then entered our Commerce program. Celebrating with Jim today is his wife, Deb, their daughter, Jessica, and grandsons, Toby, who's 4, and Grady, just 9 months. Jim is a daily runner. I see him out there. Avid snow skier and professional jazz guitarist. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating James Callery, our outstanding senior.
I grew up in a working class family, one of 5 kids, born in the 50s. We were not expected to go to college. We were expected to go to work. Today marks the realization of a lifelong dream for all of us siblings that one day one of us might actually graduate from college. Today's that day, and I want to thank the University of Arizona South for helping to make that dream possible. I'd also like to thank my wife, Deb, for not killing me over the last few years. Also, please make sure that I'm on the mailing list for our 30-year class reunion. Thank you. I've only got a moment, and I want to talk about living an inspired life and being an inspired leader. I recently heard a story about an oil refinery fire. This fire was at the bottom of a very steep hill. And the firemen arrived. They decided to play it safe, stay at the top of the hill, and watch it burn itself out. But in this town, there was an old fire chief, and he had an old fire truck. Actually rode around town with this old Dalmatian, very picturesque, and he heard about the fire. Well, he went racing toward the fire, and as he approached the fire, it was pretty apparent he wasn't going to stop. He raced through the crowd, down the hill, circled the fire a couple of times, finally brought the old rig to a stop, jumped off, grabbed a hose, and started fighting the fire himself. Well, the firemen at the top of the hill decided they better join in, so they went down the hill, and eventually they put the fire out. Now, this was a volunteer fire department. So the people that had congregated around this whole event decided to pass the hat, and they actually collected about $1,500. Well, everybody got together and decided, you know, the money ought to go to the old fire chief because he was the inspirational leader today. Now, the news media showed up. They went running over to the old fire chief. They said, "Chief, congratulations. What are you going to do with the $1,500? The old fire chief wiped the sweat from his brow and he said, "Well, the first thing I'm going to do is get the brakes fixed on that damned old truck." You know, leadership isn't that big of a deal. It simply takes a little more than just accepting average. You know what average people say? Things like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, same stuff, different day. I'm asking you not to say those things. Put forth a little more effort in your own lives on a daily basis in everything that you do. You know, we overestimate what we can do in 1 year. but we underestimate what we can do in 3 years or 5 years. So I'm asking you, grab life by the horns. Live an inspired life. Be an inspired leader. Then watch the cumulative effect it'll have on you, your life, and the lives of those around you. Thank you very much.